that counts as helping.
100%.
Is there a part of this business, like, because, I said, like, you Messiness, you wrote a book, Stars on Mars. Like, is there a part of this business that you haven't done that you still want to try in the media business?
I think that I'd like to do more like comedic acting. I love like the comedy space. But so far I've just done a lot of things that are, live television or roundtables or a reality show. And I think I'd love to do more of that like comedic work. I love that I have a lot of really good comedy friends. So yeah, I don't know. I think that's something that I would love to pursue.
Well, keeping it in the Fox family for a minute, I mean, have you heard from Miss Britney Spears since you named this tune in one note?
I know I'm homosexual who names one note Britney Spears song.
I
How
saw that.
I also saw it and I thought this is the most important tweet I've ever read on Twitter.
I saw you
And
post that.
yeah,
Yes.
and I was being honest and earnest. Um, has she reached out to me? No, but I have seen her Instagram and she seems quite busy. So I understand.
She's a little busy. I mean, I think like I got it, but I think I only got it because I knew that it was Britney Spears and I knew you were guessing it, but I never saw it until I saw the clip. And I'm like, would I have gotten this if I didn't know it was
Yes,
Britney
you would
Spears?
have, because they cut out, I get a clue. So you get a clue before you have to name the tune. And so obviously from the clue, I don't remember what it was, but we're looking eye to eye, you would have gotten this. I guarantee it. It's less impressive, but the way that they put this together, I look like a savant.
You just look like a homosexual who knows Britney Spears very well.
Not even I look like homosexual. Just homosexual. And that's how I refer to myself now from going forward.
I mean, who sent that tweet? Like, I mean, I'll have to go look and find it. Like, you could see who sent the tweet.
So people were replying who were seemingly offended that they were that's Adam Rippon. That's not just a homosexual. And I went, no, it is just a homosexual. So a lot of people who I appreciate were trying to defend my name. And I just felt like I had to set the record straight and be like, it's not worth this fight. We're in this together. This was for us.
You're like, give it up, people.
Yeah.
Do you get starstruck? Like when you meet someone, like have you ever had a starstruck experience, or are you just over it at this point, being in the business and working nonstop?
I think I don't really get starstruck. I think the only time I ever felt like, oh, this is what it feels like to feel starstruck, where you don't know what to say to this person, was when I met Hillary Clinton. And that was the first time where I was like, oh my God, I'm starstruck. So I feel like that's a good person to be starstruck by.
That's a good one. Britney, Hillary Clinton, those are great ones.
Yes.
What did you learn anything about yourself from being on this Stars on Mars? Like you've done so many competitions in your skating life, Dancing with the Stars, but did you learn anything about yourself?
I think maybe, yeah, I did. But I think one thing that I really am taking away was that I reminded myself that like it can be really, it's so crazy to be like, it's really hard and challenging. And it's like, you're just on a TV show, but it's very like emotional and you get so invested. And it's a lot to deal with. And it's a lot emotionally. And it's like you're emotionally exhausted, you're physically tired. And I think I reminded myself that like in those moments that I feel uncomfortable or I don't know if I can do it, that I can push forward and that like I am sometimes stronger than I think, which is a crazy, beautiful thing to say, but insane to say about a TV show about going to Mars.
Absolutely.
It's too honest.
Does this make you want to go to the real Mars? I mean, people you hear, it's like a lot of people are trying to sign up for the actual.
I couldn't be further away from the real Mars as we speak than now.
You're going to pass.
I'm going to pass. I don't think space is for me. I think I'm more of like a Earth guy.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pass on that too. It's too unknown for me.
Well, it's also 7 months to get there. So you're
Wow.
traveling for 7 months. I don't even like being on a flight for a few hours.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to be good.
I didn't realize it took that long to get there. Oh
It's
yeah,
far.
forget that. Where do you think the media is now, with, the LGBTQIA world? Like that is one thing. I think that's why people flock to you, because when you were at the Olympics, it was, I don't know if that was a conscious decision, if you're just like, this is me, but I think that is really kind of why people took to you, is like, wow, this man is very comfortable with who he is and he's comfortable in his own skin. And, lots of people don't get there. Where do you think like the media is now in terms of representation? And
It's tough. It shouldn't be tough. I know that when I went to the Olympics, I knew it was like my last and first Olympic experience. And I had tried to qualify twice before. So this was like my third time trying to make it to the Olympic team. And the second time, the Olympics were in Sochi in Russia. And I was out to like my friends and my family and stuff, but there was this anti-gay propaganda law that like Russia put out right before the games. And I felt like maybe I should say something, maybe I shouldn't. And I never did, but I never qualified. And it always bothered me that I never said something when I felt like I should have, of just being an out athlete. And so a few years later, I came out publicly. And so I already was an out athlete a few years before heading into the Winter Games in 2018. And so when I qualified, it was just this like fact that I was the first openly queer person to qualify for a Winter Games. And so I didn't really think anything of it. And it wasn't something that I was trying to do. But I felt like, I was 28. I was old enough to realize the responsibility. I felt like I knew who I was. And that's what I focused on. I just focused on like, I know that like, I like me. And if somebody doesn't like me, that's on them. And so I can't control what other people might think. So I just really tried to focus inward. And I think that in the media today, I think that we're so lucky that there are a lot of really incredible LGBTQ plus role models out there who are in entertainment, who are influencers, who are actors. And I think that this generation coming up have so much access to so many different people and so much information that Gen Z is just, they're insane. And they will take over the world, and they're like the most accepting generation. And I think that we're in good hands.
I think that's a good way to put it.
Because it feels scary now that like, the pride display is being taken down from a Target because some crazy person is making a video of, throwing signs down.